as a continuation from Lee's Oldham station, powering up 1. This is the second in the series, and I'm going to show you how I actually put the wires in and how I connected them to get power to the tracks. So I've found a piece of wire now. It's just an old piece of lead or something that I found, and this should be suitable for wiring up this extension to the electrics. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill the holes first. I'm going to push the wires through, cut them off to length, and then we'll set about soldering it in place. I've got a drill now that's big enough, so I'm going to use this spot here. I'm going to drill a hole through there. And I'm going to put one at the other side here too. And those are going to connect through over here. Doesn't matter where. I'll just find a suitable place. Remove a bit of the ballast there. One. And two. So that's the next part of the job done. Okay, I've got my work area sorted out now, and I've got some solder's flux here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip the ends of the wire into the flux, which will help the solder to flow, and then I'm going to heat this up and give it a little coating of solder on the end. You need 3 hands to do this really. It's always an advantage if you've got an extra hand or a tool to hold something. I don't have it, so I'm going to do it the hard way. I hope you can see this. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we can do here now. Okay, that's one done. Now the other one. Not really the right way to do this, but beggars can't be choosers. That's not bad. Quite a good little tin in that actually. I'm just going to put a little bit more on there because there's a tremendous amount of flux on there. That'll just help to solder it easier when we get onto the track. I'm going to put that away for now. Don't forget to clean off the end of the iron when you've done. Nice and shiny now for the next go. I've calculated the length of the wires now, so I'm just going to trim off the ends, and we're ready for tinning again. There we go, nice and neat. Crimp it round a little bit, again into the flux, and then we can tin the end of these now. Can I weigh that down with something? I know what. We haven't seen it for a long time. My old trusty flat iron. There's my extra hand. That's going to make it easier now. Much easier. Okay, so I can concentrate on tinning. That's one done. And now the other. Told you it was handy to have another hand, didn't I? beautiful job, if I say so myself. The next thing we need to do is to smooth off these inside edges where I've just drilled the holes, so we've got good adhesion to the tracks. So we've got to do it on all 4 pieces, what we've just done. If it's dirty, then it's not going to stick, the solder's not going to work. So cleanliness, as I say, is next to godliness. So let's hope we can get a good job done here. Don't like having to do a job twice. So there's a bit of muck come off that, like you can see all the black bits that have come off it. Give it another go just to make doubly sure. Both sides. Can always disguise these afterwards with a little bit of weeds or whatever, or a brush on the track. Okay, those are done. Now then, the next job, feed down the wire. So this is going outer, so this is the outer, it's going to go, oh sorry, inner to inner, so inner to inner. Come on, it's got to go in there somewhere. Okay, we're doing outer to outer first then. Come on. You know what? I didn't allow for the thickness of the stuff, did I? Did I? Okay, that's there. Will that go up there? Oh yes, it will, just about. Right, so we did okay. Right, so we've got the first one in there now, and we've gone from outer to outer. Now the next job is to apply again a little bit of flux there. That's a lot of flux actually, but work on the principle, what'll do more will do less, won't it? Right, okay, that's the flux on. You can put it on with anything really. I'm just using the end of an old paintbrush here. Now we're ready for soldering. Okay, once again we've got to get the heat there first and then apply the solder. Make sure that it's well soldered into position. Not the neatest of jobs, I must admit, but it's done it. And now I'll get the other side here. Got to get the track hot first before it'll work. Just check by pulling. Yeah, that seems to have done. I think I've melted a little bit of the sleeper away there, so I'm just going to put a little bit more solder into there just to make sure it's well and truly done. Blow it off. That one's secure. Now for the other one. Okay, I've got the second ones in place now. So again, I'm going to apply my flux to the area. You might be able to see this one a little bit better because it's not as hidden. That one just fell out, so I'll solder one end on first and I'll come back and do the other one. Okay, here goes the first one. So it's a case of, again, getting the track hot and then making sure that that gets securely fixed to the track. That one's done okay. Now the next one, up the hole. There we go. So again, I'm going to hold that tight onto there with the track. Put a little bit more solder on there. Blow it off and just check by pulling the wires. Oh, that one's come away. I'm going to have to go back and reapply that one. Sorry about that. This is what happens. Of course, if you don't get a good electrical joint, then your electricity doesn't flow. Okay, I'm going to say that's it for now. The next thing is to let it cool down and then just clean it up a little bit, and then hopefully it should be ready for testing.